All right, here's some more AEW news from the Sauce Man, the Rev Sauce TV for you guys. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon on all my platforms and all my streaming places and all my social media. So we're going to talk about Collision. We're going to talk about Dynamite and Rampage. There is no brand split. There's no separate rosters between the products, even Ring of Honor. Tony Khan came out and said everything is staying the same. Championships and stuff are going to be floating between the products, the platforms, and things like that. He did state on Barstool and also busted open today that there's no brand split in the future. He said he's bringing back talent as he sees needed. He said he's in talks with producers and whatnot. He said scripts are different on different products. He said, but he has the final say in things. So the thing is, when the reason they hired Will Washington, KM, and Jimmy Jacob was for Collision and other shows going forward. So they're going to be part of the creation process, right? And then Tony Khan gets the final say, kind of like how Vince McMahon does his stuff. So Tony Khan, this is kind of going to save him from everybody thinks he's going to be so strapped, so thin when the NFL happens. Again, Tony Khan is a mastertician, man. He really, really, really plays his cards well. So I am very, very, very happy to see he's hiring people to kind of lighten the load off of him, but he still gets the final say in things. He gets the final writing says and things like that. And I'm guaranteed he does that remotely when he's on the fly, when he's doing something in England or he's doing something for the NFL, something for the Jaguars, whatever. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, to be real frank with all of you, I don't understand where people are going, oh man, Tony Khan's gonna be strapped in. He doesn't get any sleep. Again, I don't get any sleep. I make content stream and I do a whole bunch of things, and I have a hard time going to sleep. So I am like Tony Khan. Tony Khan says it too. He has a hard time going to sleep, so his mind's always busy. So again, that man don't sleep, I don't sleep. I know a lot of people that are like Tony Khan. And Tony Khan always has coffee in his hand. So do I. I'm always jacked up like Tony Khan, man. Like, I'm just saying. Like, people need to, you know, cool the room down. Go down the temperature rate, man. Like, damn, like, Tony Khan's gonna do just fine. He's hiring the people that he needs to hire and give these people a chance. KM is good shit. KM was good shit when Impact was around, or TNA Impact. He was good then, and when EC3 was around in Impact, he was really good at, you know, he was writing some of the stuff for EC3. Jimmy Jacobs. How can you go wrong with Jimmy Jacobs, the Jacob man? The guy did the final deletions and the delete back when DK and the things we're doing, man. Like, seriously, him and Jeremy Borash, you know, if Jeremy Borash's contract goes up with WWE, man, I'll tell you, AEW should sign Jeremy Borash. You'd be a fucking fool to not. But I get what Tony Khan's doing. He's lightening his load. He still gets the final say. He said that in podcast. But no hard brand splits. He said he's just gonna have these titles float. I honestly am with team I'm with team brand split. I think there should be one with different titles, different rosters. I'm with that. But I completely understand why he's not doing it. He doesn't feel the need. He has plenty of roster to do so, and he could just interchange pieces. That's what he was saying. But I have a funny feeling what they're going to do with Rampage is to spruce it up a bit. And I don't know, maybe I'm just seeing it with the glass half full, not fully full. And maybe I'm just making a wild prediction. I really feel that Rampage is going to add the Ring of Honor name to it. It's like going to be like Rampage presents Ring of Honor, or Rampage Ring of Honor, or something, or Ring of Honor Rampage. I think they're going to rebrand that and repackage, and they're just going to have the Ring of Honor titles on there. Now you may be asking, well, why? Well, because then that saves them having to get another slot on Warner Brothers Discovery for Ring of Honor, and you can just bring it in as Ring of Honor, you know, Rampage, you know what I mean? And you can just have Ring of Honor titles being shown on there, and you can have it taped and whatever, and you can do whatever, because that's what they're doing in Ring of Honor. That's what they were doing with Dark. They're just putting it on before people get in and do their thing for the main show. They're kind of just giving you a Super SmackDown technically without, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if Tony Khan did that. It would be smart for him to do so. Then you have new titles. Then you can have the roster being featured. And then you could do like different moves if you want to. You could bring a Miro over to Ring of Honor. You could do a lot of different things. I think that's the way they're going to go. And I wouldn't be mad over that kind of stuff, to be honest with you guys, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't be. So that's a wild prediction for me. I may be wrong. I don't think they're going to go that way, but, you know, it would be something if they did, because it would stop this whole begging for Tony Khan's been trying to shop it around Ring of Honor, and Warner Brothers Discovery kind of telling him, no, you can't do that. It's either going to be a part of Rampage, where they rebrand it, call it Rampage Ring of Honor or Ring of Honor Rampage, or what they do is they put it on the Max app. Wouldn't it be something? But I don't know. I'm making wild predictions. Thank you guys for stopping in and watching this news story. No brand splits. Tony Khan said, I'm going to feature certain talent, certain shows. This is from the news article. But I haven't drawn on any hard lines and locked in anything of a kind of a split of a roster. I think people are going to be featured on certain shows, and I think I'm going to give us great opportunities to showcase certain wrestlers on both Dynamite and Collision, and at certain times in certain stories and certain shows. So, again, like I said before, he's not going for the whole brand split. He said he's going to feature certain talents on certain products and give people a push, and that's the way it's going to go. So that's from the news article. I'll have it down below for you guys. That's from 411 Mania for you guys. I got a few others that'll quote the same thing for you, whatever you like to read on. But yeah, this is coming from Busted Open and Barstool Wrestling, where he was featured this week on promoting AEW's Collision. Tony Khan himself, from the horse's mouth himself. No hard brand splits. Interesting. We're going to see how that works. I'm really thinking if it doesn't do well, what he's trying to do now, Warner Brothers Discovery will force him into it. I'm assuming that's where they're going to go long term. And I made a prediction, so I could be wrong about Rampage turning into Ring of Honor. I could be wrong. So don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Later down the road, I may be eating my words. Or what they do is just keep it Rampage, and they just bring the Ring of Honor championships and things over there. Wouldn't it be something too? And all the roster from Ring of Honor over there, you know, just to give it its own show. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.